Hello, hello, hello. We're back, and you're listening to Paul Rico Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, people. Now, today it's going to get hot. I know you're looking at the pic, and you see I'm fed up with the guy. I mean, I've been fed up. We all been fed up. Half the country has been fed up with this guy. Every day, Donald Trump is doing something more ridiculous than the day before. I mean, every day I pray that Trump doesn't wake up. And every day he disappoints me. So that's what the pick is all about. Maybe today is the day he don't wake up. I'm telling you, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to cook for the whole day. I'm going to I'm going to pop bottles. I'm going to do the Macarena. And I don't even know how to do the Macarena, but I'm going to learn that day. So, people, we have 77 million idiots, approximately 77 million idiots who are walking the country who have put this idiot on a throne, literally with king status, with the Supreme Court enabling all of his tomfoolery. He's literally taken us back in time and erased all the effort that my forefathers have worked for in trying to get us the right to vote. Just simple civil rights he stripped away in like the first 3 months of his presidency. And I have a theory behind that too. Why he didn't go all in the first time when he was president. And my theory is he's clearly, clearly. I wish I could dig Mr. Mueller up from the grave and interview him. But he's clearly been compromised by Putin. And I don't know what Putin has on this guy. I don't know. It's more than a P tape. It's something very disturbing going on there to why he's so beholden to Putin. But I believe that they did spend a lot of money to install him into the White House originally. And then on the second time, I think they were counting more on his MAGA movement. They spent some more money, but they didn't spend as much as they did to put him in there at first. That's my theory. And they were counting on him to, you know, get reelected that second time. But of course, Biden and Kamala, they took the White House. Trump was still indebted to Putin. He still had a debt to pay. And I don't believe he wanted to get back into the White House. I mean, it means he's got to wait. I believe he didn't want to get, he wanted to spend the rest of his days in Mar-a-Lago or whatever he does playing golf. But he still had a debt to pay. So he had to run again because it's suspected he may not even finish this last term. He's losing his faculties. His cognitive abilities are declining. He may not make it. Look at his hand. You see a nasty growth on his hand. His skin looks even worse than it did his first term. Um, yeah, he may not make it through. So what he's doing with this presidency is he's just gouging the country while he's doing Putin's bidding. Because see, what Putin wanted to do was start a war on the second term, back when Biden was the president, he thought Trump would be in office. That's when Putin was going to turn it up. He knew he couldn't turn it up on his first presidency because who would vote for him again? But now that Trump has nothing to lose, Putin was going to turn up the heat, to turn up the fire. And we would have been in this war 7 years ago, 6 years ago, if it wasn't for Biden taking the White House. But there's no plan to get out of Iran anytime soon. All this 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, and MAGA Mike on TV saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna open up the strait and gas prices are gonna fall just in time for midterms." Bull crap. If you believe that, I got a bridge I want to sell you. Come on, man. I want to sell you a piece of the dark side of the moon if you believe that. That's nuts. And half the people are nuts. This man is a master con man. He's managed to fool the same people he fooled the first time, who some have finally woken up, and usually that's what happens in a cult. Just a few begin to fall off and wake up, but never the entire cult. Some of them always have to die with the cult leader down in Jonestown and wherever, David Koresh down in Waco, Texas. A lot of them have to die with the cult leader. So all of them, I don't expect most of them to wake up, ever. Ever. And it's scary because those people have kids. Those people are going to grow up one day. And the scary thing is Trump has Trump Jr., Barron Trump. You telling me my grandkids got to grow up with a Barron Trump being a president? That's a scary thing. Imagine the psyche of a little Barron Trump. How he grew up. Look at all the jerks. All his uncles are jerks. His father's the head jerk. I mean, all his brothers are jerks. His father is the head jerk. His mom's a jerk. Remember she wore that jacket that said, "I don't really care"? Hold on, let me fix my mic real quick. Sorry, people. Got it. Yeah, so she wore that jacket that said, "I don't really care, do you?" What kind of statement was that? And you're going to see the kids, see the situation down in Mexico. No, where did she go? Yeah, I think that's when they had the kids locked up. Yeah, locked up in Mexico. Remember they sent all the parents back to Mexico and wherever they were from, Guatemala and all over, and separated the kids. Whatever happened to the kids? Some of those kids was like 2 years old. They can't say, "Hey, I live in Mulberry Street down in Costa Rica. Here go my mom's phone number." They can't say that. Like, come on, man. These kids. Remember when I got a theory on that too. Remember when Eric Trump, or was that no, that was Donald Trump Jr. said, "We get all our money from Russia." But what was you over there talking to Putin about? Oh, we were just talking about adoption. Adoption. What kids would Putin want? You talking about one of the whitest countries on the planet. One of the whitest, countries on the planet. I believe those kids was all packed up in a container, put on a boat right off the coast of San Diego, put on a boat and shipped over to China, and some may be residing with the Yaku. That's a Chinese version of the mob, and some of them may be in Russia, traded into sexual slavery. Probably don't even know their name. Hooked on heroin, you done drugged them up, raised them from a child. Because look, they didn't even want the boys. You see, they separated them. Everything was a reflection of what they did to black people in slavery. They separated the kids from the parents. Then they separated the boys from the girls. Well, I can't see my sister now. She's way over there, huh? I believe they loaded one container up with little boys and one container up with all the females who had worth to Mr. Putin, to evil men. Now, these are the original Epstein men over there. Epstein, where do you think they learned it from? These rich oligarchs love young children. For all we know, we can go to the lower basement of the Kremlin and all those little girls that were once 2, 4, 6, 7 years old that was trapped down on the border with no parents in sight that they sent away, loaded up into a container, shipped over to the Kremlin, and are now forced to do slave acts, sexual slavish acts on rich oligarchs. When was the last time anybody went and checked out the Kremlin? What happened to those kids? You never heard nothing about it. When Biden came into office, he said nothing about it. They had the chance to actually prosecute this asshole, Donald Trump. What's his name? Merrick Garland or whatever. Had the chance. Oh no, we're not going to do. We're going to let him. We're going to let him off the hook. And then when you look at all the asshole attorney generals that Trump employs off of Twitter Space and Reddit or Fox News or wherever he can find the next quack, these people don't have a problem with saying lock her up over some damn emails. Do you still care about emails now? This man just made sure that the IRS would never be able to audit him. Ever. Or his kids. But you worried about some emails. The fake outrage of 77 million joke of a people could have been crushed. I'm talking about you MAGA hats, you Republicans, you disgusting, vile specimens of a waste of air, human pieces of garbage. We had the chance to smother you in the Civil War and be done with you instead of one musket cannon shot and go home and kumbaya. Because how many of Abraham Lincoln's men went down to Whistling Dixie and looked in the backyard to see if there was any slaves back there working? How many horse and carriages pulled over to gather up the Smiths, the Johnsons, the Ramseys, the Davises? How many horses and carriages gathered millions of black people and carried them north and then offered them anything? And that's another thing. 500-year head start, and you had these idiots who have been making sure that the divide grows wider and wider between the rich and the poor. We're here with no middle class people. And some of you still think we live in a democracy. And these rich guys who can't relate, you keep putting them in office. Bernie Sanders sitting here telling you how he wants to help people. But oh, no, 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 that's socialism. When every civilized country on the planet has free health care but us. Somehow you idiots think that you're smart because the healthcare system is tied to your job. Well, by the time you hurt your back and break your vertebrae, guess what? You ain't working. Guess what your job gonna say? Toodaloo! Guess what? No healthcare, dumb dipshit. That's when you're gonna need it. When you're not working. And who wants to work till they 105 years old? Silly. You know, I mean, people just, you got these pale faced young boys out here in the voter booth ruining it for everybody. I got a proposal. Since it's united we stand, divided we fall, which is bullshit. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have two parties. But since we do have two parties, I got a proposal. Why don't the person look? We can vote for two candidates. Whoever becomes the head of the Republican Party, if you voted for that guy, that's your guy. And take your Congress to the Republican side of Capitol Hill. And then we'll take our Democrat nominee and our Congress to its own corner of Capitol Hill. And we'll draw up our own policies. And since you guys like voter cards and voter ID so much, this is when it'll come in the clutch. Whenever you go somewhere, you could just show your voter ID. And I'll pay $2.89 for a gallon of gas. And you can show your voter ID that says Republican damn fool on it, and they could charge you $6. Now, that's united we stand. You got the guy you wanted. You said you like his policies. There you go. Only his policies just affect you. If somebody tries to employ the MAGA policies on a Democrat, they could just whip out their voter card and say, I'm a Democrat. I have sense. I'm not a damn fool. I like health care, so go ahead, patch me up, doc. And when you get to the doctor, you can whip out your health care that you think your job is going to supply you when you're 79 years old. You think that dump truck job, you still going to be working. You damn fools. You damn fools. And I see a lot of that with like truck driver, old white man hobbling out the truck. You voted for this shit, dude. They had a $59 a day per diem you could have claimed on your taxes. And Trump took that away with his first goddamn presidency. And you didn't learn shit then? You still voted for him? You got scratched in the back of your truck on the dusty ass door, vote for Trump, going down the highway at 5 miles per hour. Eating Dunkin' Donuts. You guys have mush brains. But you the main one saying how superior you are to black people. How stupid could black people be if that's superior? Oh, yeah. I was down there on the, old Bub, old Jeb. I think not. I think not. All this low IQ, this low IQ, this talk. He trying to drive you back into the 1930s. And a lot of y'all bit. That's why you see so many white guys starting shit with black guys out in public, getting caught on camera now. Just running up, yelling all him and his white woman all in the black man's face. And then you get knocked out downtown Cincinnati, and now you want to lock up Goonie 2 times for defending itself. Ain't that crazy? Last I checked, if you hit me first, it's all fair game. It's all fair game when you see this repeatedly over and over and over throughout the country. White people have become emboldened. And I hate to just use that term, white people, because, like I say, half the country is verifiably crazy and insanely racist. At least half, if not more. So I can't just say white people. Because we got a lot of white people who voted for Biden, who voted for Barack Obama. But you got a lot of white people that got some sense. But what my message is this to white people. When you have your Thanksgiving dinner, I'm quite sure everybody at the goddamn table ain't Democrat. Why don't you tell your stupid ass cousins, hey, you're not invited to this year's Thanksgiving dinner? You have saddled us with a fucking nightmare. No, you're not coming. That is a violation against your own family, especially your aging, ailing mother and father, who are going to need their health insurance policies, who are going to need their Social Security. We don't give a shit that you think having Social Security is communism. Fool, it comes out your paycheck. You give me your Social Security then. Fork it on over. When you pay your Medicaid out your check, make sure it goes to a Democrat. Since you don't want it, since it's so communist. You don't even know what communism means. That was a term they used to throw around back when the Soviet Union existed. Oh, that's where Putin originated. Trump's bestie. So if Trump is palling around with a communist, Mr. Putin, who used to work with the KGB, with the Soviet Union, known for communism, why are you so against communists? Your favorite prez runs with one. But you want to call Obama a communist. Come on, man. For wearing a tan suit. You know what they need to do with Trump? Put him in an orange suit. 86-47. Get his ass out. And I don't care how you 86 him. The Secret Service don't scare me. I don't care how you 86 this bum. I don't care if he stops breathing in his sleep. I don't care if one of these guys are successful in getting his ass up out of there. I don't care if he catches a deadly disease from one of the whores he screws. Fuck him. We won't have to deal with them. This guy gets to sit up here and say, when you put him in the cop car, don't be too nice. So he don't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck if you get roughed up. So fuck him. This shit goes both ways. You want respect, you give respect. He's not my goddamn president. Same way you idiots said that Obama wasn't your damn president. He's not my president. Well, he's not my president. I'm ashamed to goddamn be American. Fucking idiots. Name one good thing this bum has done. One. I'll wait. Well, he started off taking a good stance on immigration. I'm sick of hearing that same old one damn talking point about how he started. You knew this guy was a full-blown racist and that he was going to employ Stephen Miller's all Stephen Miller's tactics and that he's going off of. He's going off. It slips my mind. He's going off of. The shit they drew up that he's reading. His playbook they're going off of. So he's going off that racist ass playbook. It'll come back to me. But yeah, he's this guy's pathetic. And I pray that Barron Trump and Donald Trump Jr., all of them, they just need to go the fuck away. I don't care how the fuck they go away. Just go. Shit. And now he's fucking with Cuba. Of all places. Which is only 90 miles from Mar-a-Lago. Wink, wink. Please, Cuba, if you're listening, can you save us from this evil fucking regime? This guy's a goddamn monster. And fuck all his enablers. You got the military compromise, all these generals. He done fired every black goddamn general. Old Pete Hegseth. Don't he look like that big head motherfucking Biff from Back to the Future? Remember Biff? Is that his name? Biff? I think that's his name. Pete Hegseth. Biff from Back to the Future. If he don't need his motherfucking ass whooped. Jesus Christ. These people are pathetic people. And I just wish that America would just wake the fuck up. At least 77 million of those bastards would wake up. Because now we're all saddled with these hard times that I don't even see any end to. The war's not coming to an end. The idiots claim blockading a blockade was the smart fucking thing to do. I blockaded. You blockaded. I blockaded y'all. Hee hee. How stupid is that? How stupid could you get? You know how big Iran is? You know how big compared to this country? You thought you was just gonna run in there and talking about it's been obliterated. You must have used all your weaponry then. Not one sign of a nuclear weapon has been found. Last I checked, if you get to blowing up some nukes, that leads to radiation in the atmosphere. Babies being born with no fingers and shit. You can't even go there and breathe the air. It's cancerous. I don't see you motherfuckers running away from there due to the cancerous air. You didn't blow up any goddamn nukes. It's a goddamn lie. If he had nukes, you wouldn't have fucked with him. Why you didn't? North Korea says we got him and we'll use him. Why you ain't over there messing with him? Oh, Kim Jong, he's cool now, huh? That's your boy? Come on, man. Putin got nukes. Why you ain't messing with him? We the only one who has used the nukes in history. Go ask Japan. We should be the ones that can't have a goddamn nuke. Golly. And you're only protected by a big, wide open ocean. But if people really got smart, they'd be talking to Cuba real fast. And now that you done pissed off Canada, they'd be talking to Canada and they'd be talking to Mexico. You keep thinking that you untouchable, motherfucker. And I know that George Bush, he orchestrated 9/11. I know it, so I'm not going to fall for, he went over there, George Bush Sr. went over there to the royal family and they concocted a goddamn scheme to blow the shit up. I know that, but America can be touched, and you're making it hard for American citizens all around the globe. You're literally getting people killed. You're getting people blackballed from going places. Are you tired of winning yet? I'm tired. But that's my rant, people. I just had to get something off my chest. I want you to go ahead and hit that follow button, like button, and check me on the next one. I'm Paul Rico Radio. I see you.